As onion prices continue to skyrocket across the country, now onion farms in North-Karnataka are being attacked, targeted by thieves. Farmers in North-Karnataka are staying up all night to guard their crop. In fact, there are reports of 4 cases of theft that have come in from Gadag district alone. In one case here from this district, a farmer lost onions worth 80,000 rupees.
ರೇಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಚಲೋ ಐತೆ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ನಾವು ಎಲ್ಲ ಉಳ್ಳಾಗಡ್ಡಿ ಕಿತ್ತು ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ ಬರೀ ಕಳು ಮಾಡೋದು ಅದನ್ನು ಮಾಡಕತ್ತಾರ. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟ ಅಧಿಕಾರಿಗಳು ಇನ್ನೂ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಆದರೂ ಸ್ಪಂದಿಸ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ನಮ್ಮ ಆಜು ಬಾಜು ಪಕ್ಕದ ಹಳ್ಳಿಯಾಗೂ ಬರೀ 5 ಚೀಲ 10 ಚೀಲ 20 ಚೀಲ ಕಳು ಆಗ್ಯಾವಂತ ಬರೀ ಸುದ್ದಿ ಕೇಳೇ ನಾವು ಬೆಳ್ತಾನೆ ಹೊಲ್ದಾಗಿದ್ದು ಉಳ್ಳಾಗಡ್ಡಿ ಕಾಯಿ ಪರಿಸ್ಥಿತಿ ಒಳಗೆ ನಾವು ಅದೀವಿ. ಸಾಲ ಸೂಲ ಮಾಡಿ ಬೀಜ ಗೊಬ್ಬರ ಹಾಕಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇದನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಈಗ ಉಳ್ಳಾಗಡ್ಡಿ ಕಿತ್ತು ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ ಬರೀ ಕಳು ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗೋ ಪರಿಸ್ಥಿತಿ, ಕಳು ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೊಂಟುಬಿಟ್ಟಾರ. ನಾವು ಇದನ್ನು ಮಾಡೋ ಸಂಬಂಧ ಹಗಲು ರಾತ್ರಿ ಕಾಯಿ ಪರಿಸ್ಥಿತಿ ಒಳಗೆ ನಾವು ಅದಿಲ್ಲ.
We have with us our correspondent Neha getting us those inputs here. Neha, this is a new headache for the farmers now. They have to in fact protect their crop. This is specifically onions because of the value that it holds today now.
Oh, well, absolutely, Seher, that's right. You know, on one hand, of course, you have the farmers that have really been reeling under losses for the past couple of months owing to the floods in Karnataka. On the other hand, now you have them not only working in the day, but also at night. They're burning the midnight oil to ensure that, you know, their crop, that their onions do not get affected. Now, this comes after almost 4 cases of onion thefts in various farmlands in the district of Gadag. And now, of course, you know, the farmers have approached the police as well. The SP of Gadag has very clearly said that, you know, they would be increasing the security in the area, the patrolling in the area, and they would also now be ensuring that each of the vehicles that are carrying these onions, the trucks that are carrying these onions, would be checked and verified, and documentation would be, you know, put in place. But it's rather unfortunate. In one case, you know, a farmer lost onions worth almost 80,000 rupees, Seher.
That's right. But any more details with further investigations here on this case? What's the police saying?
Well, you know, Sarah, for now, of course, no formal complaints have been lodged with the police. The farmers, too, you know, really unable to, you know, come to terms with their loss at this point in time, are only currently focusing, you know, on ensuring that their crop does not get stolen anymore. We've seen, you know, we've brought you visuals of how they've been staying up all night with sticks, with torches, with various other, you know, of course, weapons as well, to ensure that, you know, any robbers or any thieves on the prowl right now are shooed away immediately, and that, you know, no one else really comes to even touch their crop at this point in time because of the high value that it's actually fetching in the market. Anywhere between, Seher, 100 to 140 are the prices in Karnataka right now.
Yes, stay on with us, Neha, because this is the continued focus, the top focus on the big story this afternoon here. This is a pan-India crisis and shocking inputs here that are coming in from a report that has been officially released. This is a report by the Consumer Affairs Ministry, and this is what it has revealed, that over 50% of the government's onion buffer stock of the month of October is either rotting or is missing. Now, this at a time when onion prices, as we know, are skyrocketing. We are reeling under the price rise of about 100 to 130 rupees per kg across the country. Our correspondent Ayushman getting us these details.
In fact, if you go through this report, it clearly says that out of the 56,000 of the stock that was there, this was the stock which was prepared to deal with the current situation, and out of that stock, only 26,000 of the onion was supplied to the states, 11,000 was disposed of, and rest 19,000 had been mentioned. On 27th of November, Ramvilas Paswan, the Union Food and Consumer Minister, held a press conference and said that about 50% of the stock got disposed of because the states did not procure it at the right time. This is what is questionable, because the Aam Aadmi Party in Delhi is questioning that how could the onions be destroyed in such a short span of time, because even if you go through this report, it has been said that because of the timing for which the onions were procured and kept in storage, that also led to its getting wasted. But there are questions being raised. Nearly 30,000 tons of onions. There is no record as to why these onions were disposed of. There is a question mark over there. As Seher, right now you can see in the national capital, the onion prices is ranging somewhere between 100 to 130, and these are all the new onions. The old product is somewhere being sold at around 130 rupees.
That's right. In fact, Ayushman, we're going to play out that reaction that you've got us from the AAP MP, Sanjay Singh. They're blaming it entirely on the centre for this mess, for this onion crisis here today. Let's take a listen in.
तीखा प्रहार रामविलास पासवान पे आपने किया, पूछा प्याज कहाँ पे है। ऑफिशियल आंकड़े बता रहे हैं कि 24,000 से 26,000 टन सप्लाई हुआ, 11,000 टन प्याज सड़ गया, 19,000 टन की कोई अकाउंटेबिलिटी उस लेटर में नहीं है जो कंज्यूमर मिनिस्ट्री से आई है। आप क्या कहेंगे इसके बारे में?
तो 11,000 और 19,000, ये तो खुद का उनका एडमिशन, लगभग 30,000 टन का उनका पता नहीं है। 32,000 टन उन्होंने स्वयं कहा कि 65,000 टन का हमारे पास बफर स्टॉक था, 50% प्याज सड़ गई। ये रामविलास पासवान मंत्री का बयान है। मेरा सवाल ये है कि एक बहुत बड़ा प्याज का घोटाला है, और इसलिए मैं इस बात को कह रहा हूं कि 32,000 टन प्याज एक दिन में नहीं सड़ती है। अगर प्याज सड़ना शुरू हुई तो निश्चित रूप से अधिकारियों को पता चला होगा, विभाग को, मंत्रालय को पता चला होगा। तो क्या आपने उस प्याज को सस्ते दाम पे जनता को बेचना उचित नहीं समझा? क्या आपने जो प्याज सड़ रही थी उसको राज्य सरकारों को तुरंत देना उचित नहीं समझा? और आपके पास डिमांड थी, मांग थी, क्योंकि हमने खुद 9 दिसंबर तक मांग किया था प्रतिदिन 10 ट्रक प्याज हमको दीजिए। आपने हमको 2-3 ट्रक प्याज दिल्ली को दिया, और फिर अचानक 23 नवंबर से आप प्याज की सप्लाई दिल्ली में बंद कर देते हैं। तो मेरा कहना यह है कि आप प्याज सड़ा सकते हैं, प्याज को बर्बाद कर सकते हैं, लेकिन सस्ते दाम में जनता को नहीं दे सकते।
Ayushman, in the questions here that are being raised now, because this is something that has been mentioned in the Consumer Affairs Ministry report, because this is an official report here, in not just an admission, there would need to be an explanation now that needs to come in from the concerned ministry on how this happened.
Yes, that is very important, Sahar, because right now what we are getting to know from our sources in NEFED, they are saying that the old stock which was procured till April this year has been completely exhausted. So at a time when we are seeing soaring prices of onion all across the country, NEFED, which is the nodal agency for the distribution from center, they don't have any onion, and they are also waiting for the import that has to come from Egypt. So the state governments don't have the onion, the center's NEFED does not have onions, so definitely there is a crisis. And in this all picture of crisis, there is a report which says that about 30,000 tons of onion got wasted because it was disposed, and that is definitely needs a clarification from the officials. But for now, definitely the NEFED sources are telling us that the old stock which they had, that has been completely exhausted, and now they are waiting for the import to arrive so that once again the redistribution can begin as soon as possible.
That's right. Stay with us, Ayushman. Also getting us inputs here from Mumbai, where we have street vendors. They're looking at alternatives to what is a very popular street dish here, being onion pakoras, kanda bhajias, as they're known as. Some vendors have had to stop offering this dish. Others have hiked the price of the dish itself.
Onion bhajiyas, or they're famously called as kanda bhajiyas here, are using gobi instead of kanda, and that is the reality as far as small vendors are concerned. They're looking for alternatives. In fact, some of them have even shut down their businesses. We understand some of them have increased the per price plate at least, and the reasoning we're being told is of course the soaring onion prices. I'm going to get in some voices. आप बताइए हमें, आप बिल्कुल कांदा यूज़ करना बंद कर दिए?
हमने बिल्कुल भी कांदा यूज़ करना बंद कर दिया है, क्योंकि पिछले 2-3 महीनों से जो हिसाब से भाव बढ़ा था वो हिसाब से हम कांदा भजिया बेच रहे थे, तो हमको कुछ मुनाफा नहीं हो रहा था और उल्टा नुकसान हो रहा था। तो उसके जगह पे हमने गोभी भजिया चालू किया है, जो कि लोग काफ़ी पसंद कर रहे हैं और जैन कम्युनिटी के लोग उनको ज़्यादा पसंद कर रहे हैं, और हमारे यहाँ पर कांदा भजिया की जगह गोभी भजिया की ग्राहकी और ज़्यादा बढ़ गई है उसकी वजह से।
Okay, so he's saying the number of customers have in fact increased. If I can quickly show you around, this is the gobi bhajia, also being sold as kanda bhajia here. I'm going to taste it and see. Here's that this taste is absolutely the same. कुछ complaint नहीं आया?
खाने में भी आपको बिल्कुल भी ऐसा पता नहीं चलेगा कि कांदा भजिया है कि गोभी भजिया है। आप खाएंगे तो बिल्कुल ऐसा लगेगा कि कांदा भजिया ही है, पर जब हम कस्टमर को बताते हैं कि गोभी भजिया है तो कस्टमर विश्वास नहीं करते कि नहीं ये गोभी भजिया है करके।
So he's saying that it's better that he's used an alternative. A lot of people are not even able to make out the difference, and that is the reality, of course, of these vendors here.
Well, this is an innovation, an alternative in difficult times, but good for the restaurant if the customers can't make the difference there. But at the end of the day, this is something that is impacting each of our kitchen household costs and expenses. Our correspondent Neha there from Bengaluru is getting us more details here. Neha, we're already beginning to see on how this is impacting restaurant business. This is impacting homes here. As far as the supply on the state of Karnataka is concerned, we had earlier reported here, top of the show, on thefts of onion fields that are taking place. But is Karnataka also as dependent as what the central government has been saying, that they're still waiting for the import stocks to come? Some that should have already reached by the first week of December, delayed by another week.
Well, Sir, of course, that is one question that's being raised across the country. Right here in Karnataka also, let's, first get you the prices of the onions. Let's also, talk to some of these particular vendors over here and find out if they feel that the situation is going to be getting better anytime soon and what really the prices are. Now, this particular vendor, a little while earlier when we spoke to, said that the prices of onions are ranging between 100 and 140 even. भैया अभी आप बताइए, ये जो प्याज का दाम भी बहुत ज़्यादा बढ़ गया है, तो आपके स्टॉक पे इसका क्या असर पड़ रहा है और आप उतना ही ले रहे हैं जितना पहले ले रहे थे कि कम किया है, दाम बढ़ाया है, आप कैसे मैनेज कर रहे हैं?
पहले रेट कम रहा था, उसमें तो थोड़ा ज्यादा ले रहे थे। अभी किधर वो लेने से माल रुकता भी नहीं, वो थोड़ा थोड़ा लेते हैं, थोड़ा थोड़ा बेच लेते हैं। रेट ज्यादा है ना, तो बारिश की वजह से माल पूरा है ना, पूरा 70% पूरा डिस्ट्रॉय का माल, पूरा माल खराब हो गया है।
अच्छा भैया, अभी आप ये भी बताइए कि आप जितना पहले आपका स्टॉक रहता था अभी दुकान में उतना ही है, और अभी आगे आप कैसे प्रोक्योर करने का आप क्या प्लान्स बना रहे हैं? क्योंकि अभी तो इंपोर्ट्स आने के लिए बाहर से, देश के बाहर से इंपोर्ट्स आने के लिए हम सब रुके हैं, तो आप अभी कैसे मैनेज करेंगे स्टॉक के साथ, बताइए।
थोड़ा थोड़ा लेते हैं बस, अभी माल रुकने का नहीं है, थोड़ा थोड़ा ले लेंगे माल। अब माल रुकने का नहीं है, अभी बारिश का माल है ना, वो माल रुकने का सड़ जाएगा। थोड़ा थोड़ा अभी स्टॉक रखने का नहीं है, अभी थोड़ा थोड़ा डेली लेना, डेली शाम तक निकाल देना, सुबह में शाम तक निकाल देना।
अभी दाम कैसे है भैया प्याज का? अभी
प्याज का दाम छोटा वाला 120 है, बड़ा वाला 140 है।
ठीक है,
वो भी इतना अच्छा नहीं है।
Well, of course, there you have it. He's really saying that, onions selling between 120 and 140. And he's even, very honestly gone on to admit that the quality of the onions also being sold at 120 are not great. It is only the 140 rupee onions, that are of the premium quality.
That's right. It's not the premium quality and it's the most expensive to buy. Neha, Ayushman, many thanks for getting us all of those details. We're switching focus now to a shocking case of murder-suicide that is taking place in Ghaziabad in Uttar Pradesh that has left 5 people dead. Gulshan Vasudev, along with his wife Parveena, business partner Sanjana, jumped from the 8th floor of the building in Indirapuram area of the city, and this after the couple allegedly killed their own children first, who were found dead inside the apartment. 18-year-old Kritika, she was apparently strangulated. 13-year-old Hithik was found with knife marks on his neck. Even the family's pet rabbit was not spared, found dead in the house.
देखिए कृष्णा सफाई अपार्टमेंट है और ये सुबह 5:15 5:30 के लगभग एक सूचना मिली थी यूपी 112 को कि यहाँ की 8वीं मंजिल से 2 लेडीज एक पुरुष ने छलांग लगाई है। पुलिस तत्काल यहाँ पर पहुंची और उन्हें हॉस्पिटलाइज किया गया, जिसमें एक पुरुष और एक महिला की जो मृत अवस्था में हॉस्पिटल पहुंचे और एक लेडी उसमें घायल थी जिसकी बाद में इलाज के दौरान डेथ हो गई। फ्लैट खोलकर देखा गया तो उसके अंदर 2 बच्चे और बेड पर मृत पाए गए और एक सुसाइड नोट इन्होंने दीवार पर लिखा है, एक कागज भी उसमें मिला है चिपका हुआ और कुछ पैसे भी चिपके हुए मिले हैं दीवार पर टेप से। उसमें ये लिखा है कि ये सब हम सुसाइड खुद कर रहे हैं और इसे इन पैसों से हमारा क्रियाक्रम कर दिया जाए। कुछ आर्थिक कारण प्रथम दृष्टया इसमें आया है। इनके भाई को सूचित किया गया जो झिलमिल कॉलोनी दिल्ली में रहते हैं, वो आ जाएंगे तो सारी चीज़ें इसमें क्लियर करेंगे। देखिए बच्चे, एक जो बेटा है उसकी उम्र लगभग 13-14 साल होगी और 10-11 साल की बेटी है। गला दबा के पहले उन्हें हत्या की, गला दबाया गया है उनका और बाद में ये जो लड़का है उसकी गर्दन पे चाकू का भी निशान है।
Our correspondent Alok is getting us further inputs with these investigations here. Alok, very clearly the police is now treating this as per each person reported dead, this both as a case of murder as well as suicide.
Yes, absolutely, sir. This is very shocking incident in which a person first, in fact, killed his 2 children and then committed suicide along with his wife and as well as his manager. In fact, they put 3 different chairs at the balcony of their flat that is located on the 8th floor of the apartment, from where they jumped and they died after falling on the ground. So that is the situation of that incident. However, police has found out that there prima facie there is a monetary dispute with that businessman, with the person whose name is inscribed on the wall. In fact, let's for the further investigation, because the name is given that the Rakesh Varma, he is having a property. He's a property dealer and he is absconding. Let's talk to the SP, that SSP Ghaziabad, Sudhir Singh. सर, थैंक यू फॉर टॉकिंग टू अस। सर, एक चीज़ ये बताइए, जो इन्वेस्टिगेशन का डायरेक्शन है, क्योंकि एक आदमी का नाम लिखा हुआ है वॉल के ऊपर, राकेश वर्मा का, तो क्या अभी तक वो गिरफ्तारी हो पाई है और क्या डायरेक्शन है?
देखिए, जैसा कि उसके परिजनों से पूछताछ की गई, वो बिजनेस के सिलसिले में बाहर गया है, दूसरे स्टेट में गया हुआ है और अभी तक उसकी गिरफ्तारी इसलिए नहीं हो पाई क्योंकि थोड़ा सा यहाँ पर दूर था और उसके परिजनों से पूछताछ की गई है। और ये जो, जैसा कि आपने बताया, बिल्कुल ये क्लियर हो गया है, जो डॉक्यूमेंट्स मिले हैं और जो मौके पे साक्ष्य मिले हैं कि इन्हें जो अपना पैसा, जो मृतक ने अपना पैसा अपने साड़ू के साथ बिजनेस में लगाया हुआ था, प्रॉपर्टी में लगाया हुआ था और वो प्रॉपर्टी का पैसा वापस नहीं हुआ, उस पैसे के एवज में उसने चेक्स दिए, वो बाउंस हो गए और फिर जो प्लॉट देने वाले थे, जो प्रॉपर्टी देने वाले थे, वो भी नहीं दी, जिसका मुकदमा लिखा गया और राकेश वर्मा उसमें जेल गया। अच्छा। तो ये पूरा का पूरा डिस्प्यूट था और एक तरफ तो उसका अपना जो पैसा लगाया था वो उसे नहीं मिला था और दूसरी तरफ जो देनदारी थी, इनकी बिजनेस की जो देनदारी थी, जो पैसा लोगों से लेके लगाया था उसकी देनदारी थी, उसका जो प्रेशर था, इस प्रेशर में ही उसने ये कदम उठाया।
मतलब वो पैसा दे नहीं पा रहा था, सभी लोग प्रेशर बनाए हुए थे और लगातार परेशान होता जा रहा था, जिसके कारण।
देखिए, हाँ, जैसे कि बताया कि उसका अपना पैसा जो उन्होंने प्रॉपर्टी में लगाया था साड़ू के साथ, वो तो मिला नहीं और जो उसकी देनदारी थी वो लगातार बनी हुई थी, उसी के प्रेशर में उसने संभवतः ये कदम उठाया।
सर, एक इंपॉर्टेंट चीज़, एक लेडी और रह रही थी उनके साथ, क्योंकि कपल था, बच्चे थे, लेकिन एक लेडी और रही थी, उन्होंने भी सुसाइड किया है साथ में। क्या है रिलेशनशिप उनका और क्या करती थी वो उनके साथ?
देखिए, ये अभी जो मृतक गुलशन है उनके भी भाई आ गए हैं, जो संजना है लेडीज की बात आप कर रहे हैं, उसके भी भाई आ गए हैं। तो प्राइमा फेसी ये पता चला है कि संजना 5-6 साल से इन्हीं के साथ रहती थी, बिजनेस करती थी और परिवार की तरह रहती थी इनके। और कल भी जब यहाँ इस फ्लैट में आए थे तब भी वो लेडी 1.5 महीने पहले जब किराए पे आए थे तब भी वो लेडी इनके साथ ही थी और जैसा कि बताया गया है कि इनकी बिजनेस पार्टनर थी और बिजनेस पार्टनर होने के नाते ऐसा प्रतीत होता कि हो सकता है इसके पास भी देनदारी हो और उसी प्रेशर में ये किया गया है।
Okay, very important point he has made that she must be having some same kind of financial distress because of that, and that is why they decided to take this extreme step. Back to you.
Right. Yes, very valid information there, Alok, that you've got us directly from the police. Also going across to our colleague Tanima, getting us further inputs more about the family, on who they were, and the victims here, not just members of a family, but one outside person, one business partner here as well. Tanima, please go ahead.
Right, Seher, and Alok also, as he was talking to the police officer, they're trying to piece together what exactly happened to this family. You saw those visuals, those images being played out where it looked like a happy family. They're smiling in those pictures, and unfortunately, this shocking incident being reported this morning from Ghaziabad. Let's just take a look at who they are. It's Gulshan Vasudev's family. He's the head of the family, and they live in Indirapuram in Ghaziabad, and the family of four, along with business partner Sanjana, who was also living with them, as the police there clarified, for the past 5 years. If we look at the next point, as we mentioned that the family was living in Indirapuram, Ghaziabad, which will come out in the next slide, and that is where the crime actually took place, where the couple along with the business partner Sanjana jumped off the 8th floor of the building, and the children were found dead inside the house, inside the apartment. The girl apparently strangulated, and the boy was found with marks on his neck. The third important fact is that Gulshan Vasudev ran a jeans factory. So he was a middle-class businessman who was running his business, operating normally. There is no report so far as such whether or not he was going through a lot of debt, that he had amassed a lot of debt. But there is an angle about an investment which went wrong, which will tell you, which we will tell you in a short while from now. That could have been the trigger that the police are looking at as to what went horribly wrong for the Vasudev family.
Okay. Well, and the police, as I've indicated, still investigations on, still trying to piece together in finding more evidence there from the site, which is essentially the apartment. The police say that they found a suicide note, which is scribbled on the walls of the apartment, along with some papers that they're going through right now as well. Gulshan, who had invested in 2 crores in a property through his brother-in-law Rakesh Varma, but never actually got the property. So according to the police, Rakesh Varma's name was scribbled on the wall then by Gulshan. So there could be more than two players here in this plot, in what led to this extreme case of both murder and suicide. Our correspondent Alok getting us those details here. Alok, it's not just about a business partnership, it's about a family being hit. It's about the concerned family taking that extreme step of allegedly killing their own children first before committing suicide.
Yes, absolutely. In fact, remember Rakesh Varma, who was the brother-in-law of the deceased Gulshan Vasudev. He was having the monetary dispute with him. In fact, this person was also arrested in 2015, and he lodged in jail. But despite that coming out, he did not pay. He did not pay the money, and he was having a huge pressure from the people from whom he had taken the money. So he was under constant pressure. That is why he decided finally to take this extreme step, and he committed suicide.
Our correspondent Tanima also there getting us further inputs on what more is known so far with respect to the reasons here. Tanima, is this just a business partnership gone wrong, or there was friction within the family on other fronts?
As Alok was mentioning, and you also mentioned just a short while back, there was an investment which apparently went wrong. That is being seen as the trigger for the moment, although these are early days in the investigation. But what led to the deaths? Now, Gulshan apparently had a monetary dispute with his brother-in-law, Rakesh Varma, who is now on the run. What is this monetary dispute about? Apparently, Gulshan had in fact invested around, if we look at the next point, Gulshan had invested around 2 crore rupees in a property. And this happened before 2015 actually. And that property investment apparently went wrong, as police have in fact been claiming that the Gulshan actually wrote the name of Rakesh Varma on the wall, which is what they found inside the apartment today when they went inside to conduct their investigation. Again, in the next point that we can see that, as we mentioned, that Gulshan had in fact invested around 2 crore rupees in a property, and it was via Rakesh Varma, which is why, according to the police investigation so far, he bore a grudge, and there was a long-standing dispute going on between the relatives, between his brother-in-law and Gulshan. And the police claim that Rakesh allegedly cheated Gulshan. Now, that was something, of course, which Gulshan, they have in fact managed to piece together through the suicide note, through the papers that they found, and after also speaking to some of the people who were present outside the apartment today. In 2015, in fact, Gulshan had filed a case of cheating against Rakesh Varma as well, and Rakesh had in fact been arrested in that case. But despite that case, even after being jailed, and when he came out, Rakesh allegedly did not return the money, and that was the genesis of the financial trouble that actually took place in this family, and police are looking at this as a possible trigger of what could have gone wrong with the family.
All right, Tanima as well as Alok, many thanks for getting us those details. Remember, this is a shocking case of a suicide and murder concerning an entire family. This is still being investigated here. We should be getting in more details as per what the police would reveal in the course of that investigation. With that, it is a wrap on the big story. News and updates that continue for you right here.